And so here they come. And what a reception to greet them. Walking out for this high noon showdown on this very special occasion. A semi-final on neutral territory between two clubs who've come such a long way since November the 19th, 1887. He wasn't around then, but that was when the first meeting between Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal took place on Tottenham Marshes. David Howells returned against Norwich in midweek for Tottenham after a 10-game absence. Paul Gascoigne, as we've seen already, is in fine form starting this. He's missed only 5 games since his stomach operation. Vinny Samways is preferred to Nayim in midfield for Tottenham. Nayim is on the bench along with Paul Walsh. Gary Linekar perhaps expecting to have an afternoon of hard running in a lone striker's role. For Arsenal, rumours of a change by George Graham to deploy 3 centre-halves here today have proven unfounded in the end. David O'Leary is on the bench alongside Terry Groves. It is as expected for this double-chasing side with the back 4 intact. All is set then on this day to remember, but will it be a memory to treasure for Tottenham Hotspur, who'll get us underway, or for Arsenal? Gascoigne immediately gives Eric Thorstvedt a feel for the ball. And another one from Steve Sedgley. And what particular tricks has Terry Venables been perfecting at Spurs training ground this week to try to make life difficult for Arsenal here, tactically, we shall see. Played for by Linekar. That's a good burst from deep by Paul Allen. Gascoigne! I think that there was an offside. Not that Gascoigne agrees with that, and I don't think it would have counted. But what did count was Tottenham's telling piercing of that Arsenal back 4 early on. Gascoigne may just have gone offside. But Arsenal look to have their hands full here right from the start. It's a fine start for Tottenham Hotspur. Again, Seaman's kick rather died on the breeze. Stewart won it, belted forward by Gascoigne. Dixon there ahead of Stewart, played forward by Howells. Smith got his challenge in on Gascoigne, but things are falling Tottenham's way here. Held up well by Allen. Gascoigne, little pirouette, space too for Stewart. Arsenal, for them, looking slightly disorganised here. That will help them. But Howells, this could be a cameo today. Howells pushing right up on Lee Dixon. In fact, it's better still for Tottenham because it's a free kick awarded by Ray Lewis. It's a long, long way from goal here, but Paul Gascoigne's already sized it up. Linekar comes out to pass on his advice. Is he going to leave it to Gascoigne? Lewis marches the wall back. Thomas and Davis are in it for Arsenal at the moment. It's a long way out, and David Seaman might want to get a clear side of it if he can. It's Gascoigne. It's Gascoigne! You cannot believe it, and you cannot make it up, but it is boys' own stuff again, and it's Paul Gascoigne for Tottenham Hotspur. You just have to stand and applaud it. Unless you're Arsenal, of course. This flies into the roof of David Seaman's net. He gets something on it. He may feel he might have done better, but he is only human after all, and this is the sublime on a football field. What a goal! This is one that Arsenal are going to have to win the hard way if they can. Over the top of Smith. Den Hauwe. Paul Allen couldn't quite catch it up. Winterburn took no time in winning the tackle outside the playing area. And there was another spat. Limpar on his side, perhaps against Den Hauwe. Certainly it's a Tottenham free kick. And the referee, to his great credit, is on top of this. All the singings from the Tottenham end. obvious reasons. Howells got there. Edinburgh to Samways and returned. Another Tottenham free kick, though. It was Paul Davies, I think. Well, everybody's leaving a marker on his direct opponent here early on. Tottenham winning the share of the free kicks, though, and using them quickly. Stewart. Gascoigne. That's clever. That's Allen. That's beautiful from Gascoigne. It's Allen again. And Tottenham open Arsenal up again. They're at 6s and 7s, and it's 2 to Tottenham. It's almost beyond belief, but Seaman's been beaten again, and Linekar doubles Tottenham's lead here. We have played just 10 minutes, and already Venables and Tottenham are dreaming about the final. And it's brilliant football from Tottenham. Absolutely superb, creative stuff. It's a scrappy finish, but Linekar's the ace poacher in an opposition box. Allen got the toe in. Winterburn's throw. Stewart twice in the air again. Space for David Howells. Edinburgh was keen to get forward to help, and he's continued his run. Edinburgh. Linekar gives it back to the fullback. Enterprising work. His fellow fullback Dixon just got in on him. Davis was steady in possession. Steve Bould for Arsenal. Limpar has room, and only one to beat in Den Hauwe. That's a rare thing so far. Winterburn came to help on the outside. Alan Smith, by some measure, Arsenal's best opportunity. And he's very disappointed with himself. Because in a game like this, how important could this moment prove to be? The width down the left. Smith spun into space well. Everything else was wrong after that. And that really the first time that he's eluded the shackles. Went looking for it, and of course got it from Thorstvedt. Samways, beautiful layoff. Gary Lineker got on it. Allen came in to help. It's fluid from Tottenham, and it's really good to watch. Merson. Nigel Winterburn has got forward, down forays down that left side for Arsenal well. Travelled hopefully. One of the reasons ever since the start of this FA Cup run this season, of course, the year ending in a 1, and it always brings out some extra little magic you feel in Tottenham Hotspur's FA Cup dream. And they have this fellow too. Once he overplayed it. It's behind Winterburn. He's got to go back for that. Got the best header down by Edinburgh. Can Tottenham get reorganised? Campbell showed for it. It's reached him. Dixon. Better cross. Alan Smith. Arsenal get a goal at a crucial time. Alan Smith with the tradesman's header. A perfect example of his art. The best ball in that Arsenal produced in the half from Lee Dixon, surely. He's got plenty to do here, Smith, but he beats his man and arrows the header into the far corner perfectly. Just what they needed from Smith. Edinburgh got there ahead of Merson. Much better passing from Arsenal than we saw in the corresponding phase of this game in the first half. Aimed at Campbell, off the top of Gary Mabutt's head. Nigel Winterburn for Arsenal, did brilliantly! What a goal it would have been. Well, it sums up his resolve, and he has helped drag Arsenal into this, turning it round and foraging forward brilliantly from left back today, and this was his best moment of all. There was a moment of class in that. Sadly for him and Arsenal, the finish not quite as good as what came before it. Bould wins it back to Merson. Dixon getting forward more effectively in this second half for Arsenal. Nayim the culprit, certainly. Paul Davis with the free kick. All the big guns forward for the Gunners here. Davis couldn't find any of them. And it clear was by Sedgley. In by Dixon. Not bad. And it's well claimed by Thorstvedt. No offside. Tottenham living so dangerously. And perhaps not quite as expert as Arsenal might pride themselves on being in playing the offside then. But the minutes are ticking by, and Thorstvedt and co continue to resist here. Gary Lineker, as in the first half, doing an awesome amount of hard running for the cause up there. The difference, Tottenham just cannot get him into the game in this second half. Mind you, he's the sort of player that can always do it on his own when least expected. Maybe now. Picked up by Samways for Tottenham. It's a long chase, but he's got it. This is about as far forward as Spurs have been in the entire second half. Nayim. Samways. Time in possession up here would be very useful for Tottenham. Nayim again. Tricks his way past one. Just behind Linekar, and it was the boot of Bould that got there for Arsenal instead. Merson then gave it away. And got a second chance for Arsenal. And he gave it away again. Not Paul Merson's finest hour today, certainly. Paul Allen for Tottenham instead, though. Better ball. And that's the one man they do want to give a sniff to here. Tony Adams did brilliantly against him. But Gary Lineker can be as absent from our thoughts as he's been in this second half and still be a threat. That's a mark of his quality. The communications wrong with Paul Stewart then, and Tottenham just about got away with it. That's better from Gary Lineker to Mabutt, back to Lineker. Tottenham are breaking out more effectively than at any stage in this second half. It's still Gary Lineker away from Adams, through Seaman, and Tottenham have their third. Gary Lineker gets his second, and for the second time in this FA Cup semi-final, David Seaman will ask questions of himself. Is this the goal that sends Tottenham Hotspur into the FA Cup final? Lineker on his own for so long today, having to do so much on his own, does it all on his own again. That is if you exclude the help that the Arsenal keeper gives him. The normally rock-solid David Seaman, beaten like that. That'll take all the living down. Suddenly there's fresh spring in the step of every Tottenham player. They can sense it now, all right. And what a blow to our Arsenal at a time when they felt it was only a question of time before they got another goal. Now, one goal will not be enough. Arsenal need two, and time's against them. It's a great ball by Davis to Merson. That was good too. Alan Smith! What a block by Thorstvedt. And Winterburn couldn't get there. He was brought down. by Samways. Thorstvedt stands up to be counted for Tottenham. And sadly, this day at least, for David Seaman is one that he has not been seen in his best light. You just know with Arsenal that they will keep coming. They might have narrowed the gap again already. Davis with the free kick. Set move. Smith's with the header again. It's a fine reach by Eric Thorstvedt to deny Arsenal. On days like this, sooner or later you know you're going to need your goalkeeper to produce for you, and Thorstvedt is doing that now. In contrast, I'm sorry to say, to his opposite number. And who would have thought that of David Seaman? Winterburn long. Smith again wins it. Campbell stopped by Stewart. Smith foraged on, belted clear by Gary Mabutt. Arsenal corner. It's as you were in this second half, incessant Arsenal pressure. But what does it feel like if you're a Tottenham player, that in the one spell of attacking that you've enjoyed in the second half, you produce a goal? What a lift. You must feel then that it is your day, regardless. Dave Butler is on, the Tottenham physio. Paul Walsh is getting ready for Tottenham. Gascoigne is leading the crowd. Conductor on the field in the first half. And David Seaman, safe hands they call him, and rightly so, not today. Thorstvedt beaten for once. Just in Edinburgh, got his head to it. Perhaps a little lapse in concentration after that long delay for the injury in the Tottenham box. They're riding their luck a little bit, Tottenham. In by Groves. Sedgley half clear. Micheal Thomas prods it in there again. Campbell muscles his man aside. Kevin Campbell! Second time by Merson. And surely Arsenal must be beginning to believe that it's not to be their day. He cracks the crossbar almost with that, and Merson sums up his day too. Allen caught in possession. Campbell. Good reach this time by Eric Thorstvedt. He knew where his post was then. Still Arsenal press. Merson's corner. Sedgley's header. It'll be another chance for Merson. Up but not out this time by Sedgley. Stewart yet again in the air. Dixon. Long chase for Alan Smith. Did well to get there. Edinburgh's the first defender. It's hung in there an awfully long time. Bould on Thorstvedt. He thinks it's all over. Does he? Just got a leg around against Micheal Thomas. Davis, his ball intercepted by Den Hauwe to Allen. Back to one of the unlikely heroes of this cup run, Den Hauwe. Nice flick on by Linekar. Paul Allen's got loads of room to work with here for Tottenham. This would finish it. It's still Paul Allen. He had done the hard part. give everybody watching around the world a spectacle with one or two special moments. Refereed with some sympathy for the might of this occasion. Walsh, clever feet from Paul Walsh. Linekar wanted it to be fizzed back across goal. He was dreaming about a hat-trick. Fine goal-scoring ratio through his career also, though, Paul Walsh. And probably at this stage, even Linekar would agree, worth a shot. Puts the ball out of play at least. They're almost there now, Tottenham Hotspur. Surely even those most resolute of Arsenal players, the likes of Dixon, must realise this is not to be their day. Davis seemed to slip as he tried to pass the ball. And Tottenham may be about to finish the game in Arsenal territory. Who would have thought that likely, given what we've seen here second half? Not sure it was ever a free kick from there. No point Perry Groves protesting about it. Referee Lewis has looked across to his linesman, looking for the signal that time is up. Merson, Mabutt clear. Arsenal have been the epitome of steely professionalism this season. This one will hurt, and hurt badly. But it is Tottenham Hotspur's day, led by an heroic captain in Gary Mabutt, and with the sheer inspiration of the irreplaceable Paul Gascoigne. Terry Venables' tactics have beaten those of his close friend George Graham, and it is unconfined joy for the players in those famous white jerseys.